Hi everybody, this is Ismael and I am going to do something different today with this video. And one of the things I'm going to do is, instead of talking about a particular subject in art, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about two amazing devices that I found that I thought would be kind of fun, not so much as using it in a classroom per se, but maybe for your own professional artwork. And as an artist, you can see that I'm always constantly trying to work on new things for myself. And I think if you're an art teacher, my motto has always been that if you are an art teacher, you should be an artist first. So I believe that, you know, really the best art teachers I've found tend to be teaching artists, meaning that they're artists who teach for a living, right? We all have to make a living if we can't get into a gallery or sell artwork. On a professional level, we still have to do, you know, if you have a passion for art, obviously, and you teach art because you love it, then you should be doing it. So today we're gonna talk a little bit about two devices that are really crucial to any art, and those two devices are sharpeners. So I found two just simply amazing sharpeners that that I'm going to share with you and talk to you more about it. The next shot, you're going to see me, or you're going to see my hands, not my face necessarily, and we're going to go and show you why these sharpeners are just simply amazing and worth getting if you are someone who loves to draw or use Conte, especially Conte pencil, which is very hard to sharpen. You know, you have to get that long point. Found a device that actually will do it for you for less time, and you still get very quality, nice quality length of sharpness for your pencils. Okay, so see you in a second. Hi everybody, so here we are, and the two sharpeners that I want to demonstrate to you and show you are, one is this one. This is called the AFMAT. Now this is the first one I actually saw. I saw a demonstration of this on, I think it was either Facebook or YouTube, and this was really fascinating. And if you can see here, it indicates that there's two types of points that this particular sharpener can give you, and it's specifically made to give you a nice long sharp point. Now I brought out some pencils to kind of show you what it can do. So I got my regular HB #2 pencils to give you an idea. So I'm going to go for the very long point here. So you can so you turn it this way, you open it, and you know, if you want to get rid of the, I'm not going to go into all the details, but I just want you to see what it can do as a sharpener. And it does have a lithium battery in it, which you charge, and then once it's charged, you can disconnect and move it around. So this is the first one, and it looks like this. Okay, so what you do is you put your pencil in. And you put it over here where you guys can see it. Put your pencil in, and it's going to sharpen. Then you hear that sound. That means it's kind of done. And this is the kind of, I don't know if you can see it in the camera really well, but look at a point on that. This is really, really long. And it's just a wonderful length. You know, depending on how you put it into, sometimes, you know, you may get a little bit of wood on the side. I didn't really put it in the center. I'm going to try to fix it now. See if I can get a little bit of that. Yeah, there you go. So it looks a little better, but look at the length of that pencil. Now you could turn it, and you're going to get a shorter point, but the point is pretty good. And there you go. And you get a nice, kind of almost a standard, if you can see here, a standard kind of point compared to the longer point. And you can see here, I'm putting my hand up in front just to kind of see if you can see it without, I know there's so much going on in the background. But you see the length is so different, you know. And here you have a very long point, here you have a shorter point. You get a nice sharp pencil. You got a lot of lead here, so you could do, if you're drawing, of course, you might want to use the side of the pencil for shading or whatever. It's just a wonderful device. Now, while this is a great sharpener, and it's made by AFMAT, A-F-M-A-T, you can get this at, I got these at Amazon.com. I got this one at Amazon.com, and this one is about $40, this particular sharpener, but it's really worth having, especially if you do a lot of drawing and you have a lot of pencils. Now, what you're going to run a problem with this particular one is that it does not take larger diameter pencils like this one, or this is a Kimberly made by General's pencil company, which is also a very thick, if you notice, by diameter, very thick pencil compared to a more average, you know, pencil there, which most drawing pencils are like this. I have my other sets of pencils here. So how would you be able to use a machine like this? You couldn't, right? Because the hole is already kind of set to one size. However, AFMAT did something wonderful. They made another sharpener. Now, this sharpener does the same thing as the first one I just showed you, which is it does regular pencils. It gives it, you know, the only difference is here you have kind of more choices as far as length and size. I usually just go for the long one. The only difference with this particular one, and this one is, it has this blue kind of design on it, the style on it, is that if you look here, the diameter is 9.6. You could switch it to 9.6, which is for a thicker pencil. I mean, I'm sorry, a wider diameter pencil, right? So here's a Conte pencil, which standard-wise, it's about 9 and maybe 5 diameters. So it fits comfortably in that slot. So if I wanted to get a nice high point, remember, most people will take this pencil and sharpen it by themselves. For years, and I mean literally for years, people have tried to make or find a sharpener that can make a long point with these pencils. No one has done that or invented one until this company. So I'm going to show you what it looks like when you use it. So I'm going to make sure that that this is high point, right? Get a nice long point, and we're going to put it in, and I press down gently. I'm not too hard with it, and there you go. Look at the point on that. That's really long. I think I didn't let it finish completely, but it's still pretty good. There you go. That's the sound you want to hear. So look at the point on that. That is amazing. And you save a lot of time, especially if you're someone who loves to draw with Conte pencils. Now, I already had sharpened this one before, the Kimberly pencil, but I've kind of used it, so I'm going to put the Kimberly pencil in there, the General's Kimberly pencil. And there you go. Look at that point. I mean, it's just marvelous. Now, you have to be kind of careful. I mean, certain pencils, depending on the material, I know with certain carbon pencils, they'll tend to break if the point is too long. Just be gentle. I think the options are pretty good. This one that I just did that has both that can use both size pencils. You know, the standard 8 millimeter and the 9.6 millimeter. It says there. This one was actually cheaper. This one was about $29 compared to this one, which was $40. Both machines work well. So they're really worth having, especially when you're pressed for time. You need to sharpen. You need nice long length pencils so you can do a lot of demonstrations or whatever. I tend to sharpen my pencils, not worry about them when I go out to draw, do some observational drawing, which I've been doing this week, and other projects. Actually, I try to sharpen some of my school pencils. I don't take these sharpeners to my job. Obviously, sixth graders don't know how to treat some of this equipment well, so it will get damaged and it costs a lot of money. I'll use a standard, but usually they're using a standard size pencil, so it really doesn't matter. Even with contact, they're using the sticks. They're not using the pencils anyway. So you don't have to worry about that if you're teaching and you want to use these particular sharpeners. I would suggest keep them at home, sharpen your pencils here for your own personal use, obviously. But they're really worth the price. I mean, as far as the use of them, I use them frequently, and they work well. They're easy to take care of. They're easy to empty. This one has a button on the side, and then you let's see if I remember now. I know there's a particular there you go. So you pull it up and it pops out, but I don't want to do that. I already sprinkled a little bit of dust on my mat. Thank God it's only on the mat. And then this one you kind of screw up and it comes out and you can empty that out. But the main focus is that these wonderful sharpeners do the job of sharpening pencils of different diameters, nice long points. They're just wonderful. I can't speak enough about them. So so that's it for now, and see you soon, and take care, and remember to support us at Patreon if you're interested in more videos like this, and of course keep doing your artwork, and remember, art can change the world. Take care.